Finally, One Piece episode 1137 has arrived, where we get to know Bonney learns the truth of Kuma's pain and Saturn's sick experiments that cursed her family. But Kuma crashes back to save her. Watch till the end to find out if his hacky-charged fist smashes Saturn's face in. The Labostratum doors slide open, and the second Bonney steps out. Vegapunk is there, his face just etched with pure regret. He asks her, did she see everything? And Bonney, snot dripping from her nose, just barely manages to confirm it before something inside her completely shatters. Vegapunk starts to apologize, knowing he just broke his sacred promise to his friend. But before he can even get the words out, Bonney shrinks down to her true child form, rushes forward, and throws her arms around him, crying and apologizing to the very scientist who showed her the truth. She gets it now. She knows who the real villain has been this entire time. Once they've calmed down, Vegapunk decides it's finally time. The cat's out of the bag, and he has something for a hair gift from her father. Kuma planned to give it to her for her 10th birthday, and as he reveals it, Bonney's face completely lights up. It's a breathtaking sapphire necklace, shaped perfectly like the sun, an undeniable symbol of her bond with Nika. With Luffy, a mirror of the symbol from their little church. Kuma told Vegapunk it was meant to be a protective charm, and Bonney, holding it, vows to cherish it forever. Vegapunk just marvels at how much she's grown in only 2 years, which immediately gets Bonney thinking about Luffy. She knows from the memories. He's Dragon's son, her dad's old friend. Vegapunk confirms it, admitting he was stunned to see them arrive on Egghead together, chalking it all up to the undeniable, almost scientific force of fate in their world. He quickly explains that a whole war has basically broken out while she was inside the memory bubble, that the Straw Hats are currently saving his life, and he promises he'll tell her every last detail once they regroup. He apologizes again, sure that she must see him as just a worthless, spineless scientist for hire, but Bonney cuts him right off. It was never his fault. All of it, every last drop of suffering. The blame falls squarely on one man. And in the present, that very man, St. J. Garcia Saturn, holds her suspended in the air, his voice dripping with pure ice as he delivers the coldest line imaginable. Your father, Kuma, is dead. All around them, Sanji, Frankie, Vegapunk himself, they're all completely locked down, unable to move an inch thanks to some kind of busted paralysis ability. Luffy, completely gassed and half-conscious from fighting Kizaru, is shriveled up, desperately begging for food. Even Atlas is tweaking out, saying she'd give him some grub if only her body would respond. Nearby, Sentomaru has been captured by the Marines, and Kizaru can only watch in silence, his face a mask of gut-wrenching conflict as he sees two of the kids he cares about, Bonney and Sentomaru, facing their absolute doom. This ain't some backwater skirmish anymore, dude. News is blasting across the globe about the siege on Egghead, an event that people are already saying will be on an even bigger scale than what happened at Ohara. While the world prays for the ever-charitable doctor, on Momwaro Island, Dragon asks Eva a critical question. If there is even a fragment of Kuma's instinct left in that shell, where would it take him? Iva figures it's gotta be Mary Jiwas for revenge, but Dragon knows his friend better. Kuma was just a different kind of guy. Back on Egghead, Bonney makes her stand. If she's going to die here, she is damn well taking Saturn with her. Screaming Nika's name, she unleashes her distorted future. Nika Metena Mirai, winding up a colossal, stretchy fist to smash his face into paste, but her punch just ricochets. It does absolutely nothing. A truly incredible display of Saturn's defensive power. Her giant fist evaporates, she goes weak, and Saturn crushes her even tighter in his hand. He's not surprised she knows the name Nika, being Kuma's daughter, but it's painfully obvious her understanding is flawed. He's thinking to himself that she still hasn't connected the dots between Luffy's ridiculous white form and the actual warrior of liberation. And then, a sound cuts through the thick, terrifying tension. Chomp, chomp, chomp! And I swear to God, Saturn must be having Void Century War flashbacks, because he starts to absolutely panic. It's Luffy. Someone got him food, and he is inhaling it, powering back up. Saturn is losing it. Who gave him that food? Put sea stone cuffs on him immediately. The Marines scramble, but it's clear his paralysis trick might not even work on Luffy. We see Kizaru, hunched over, silent. Bro, this is it. This is the full-blown face turn. There is no other explanation. Kizaru, the man who did the Nika shuffle in the flashback, just gave Luffy his cheat code meal. You can't dance to the drums of liberation and go back to being a cog in the machine. Bonney, still trapped, is wondering why her powers aren't working. why she can't even alter Saturn's age. And that's when Saturn decides to unleash the cruelest, most soul-destroying truth bombs in history. He reveals that he was the one who gave her the Toshinomi's power. They conducted an experiment on her as a baby, giving her devil fruit abilities through an extract and bypassing the need to eat the fruit. And while the experiment worked, the fruit itself is now useless. He then cruelly explains her own powers back to her. She can only transform into a future she genuinely believes is possible. Her knowledge is now her cage. As he mocks her for believing in a Santa Claus myth like Nika, she screams that he is real, that she swore she would find him to save her father. But Saturn just scoffs, saying her sudden weakness is proof that her own doubt is killing her powers. He calls Nika a worthless Buccaneer legend, and then he delivers the final, horrifying blows. He reveals her mother, Ginny, was taken to the Holy Land to become wife number 8, and it's heavily implied he means his 8th wife. He was the one who experimented on Ginny with drugs, a failed experiment that gave her the sapphire scale disease, a condition he was surprised to see Bonney inherit. It all comes crashing down. Kuma's entire life, his entire sacrifice, was to save Bonney from a disease that Saturn himself created. The man is pure evil, the Griffith to Kuma's guts. Vegapunk is absolutely livid, screaming that Saturn's heartless experiments are why Kuma gave up his life. But Saturn just says he cannot comprehend the feelings of a mere insect. Suddenly, a massive thud rocks the island. Kuma has arrived. He's on a warpath. The Marines see the signature palm print on his hand and start screaming that the tyrant has landed on the southwest shore. They unload everything they have, but he just keeps charging forward, soaking up gunfire. Saturn is in disbelief. Vegapunk is confused, but as her father gets riddled with bullets, Bonney just breaks, thinking she should just die after everything he's gone through for her. She's crying her eyes out when Saturn screams at her to be silent and orders the Marines to shoot her in the head. Pause real quick. If Bonney's tears and Kuma's badass comeback got you shook, smash that subscribe button to stay in the fight. Drop a like too. It gets this recap to more One Piece fans back to the chaos. Before they can even fire, Kuma unleashes an attack, blowing them all away. Enraged, Saturn throws Bonney to the ground and raises his huge spider leg, aiming to impale and end her for good. But a paw intercepts the blow. Kuma, her dad, got there just in time, taking the hit directly to his back for her. He holds his daughter close as she cries out to him, but he doesn't respond. He just rips Saturn's blood-soaked leg out of his own flesh, grabs it tight, and raises his other fist, which begins to glow and harden with black armament haki. He is preparing to unleash every ounce of his fatherly rage, and for the first time, we see Saint J. Garcia Saturn look visibly worried. No, terrified. Luffy is about to be back in the game, and the moment Bonney sees Gear 5 for herself and understands, she is getting a power-up. The madness has only just begun. That's episode 1137, Bonney's heartbreak and Kuma's haki-fueled rage, straight up legendary. If this recap got you hyped, smash that like button and comment 1138 below to spread it to more One Piece fans. It'll get the next one out fast. Subscribe to keep the fire alive, and I'll catch you next time.